Hello, all. I want to talk to you today about something new because for a while I've been talking about my situation. We're good for this week, and I will post updates, but right now, everything's calm. I'm just chilling. Thank God. I had a lot to do today, but I'm finally chilling and I can make some content. Today, we're going to be learning about something. We're going to understand together that everything happens for a reason. Okay? Every single thing here happens for a reason. This is a good example right here. When I'd say about a decade ago, maybe longer, I was at a traffic light and I had this Pontiac Sunfire I bought for like $600. It was all rusty, just the transmission was warped, and it was hard to put it in first gear. From first to second it seemed impossible at a point. I was at a bowling alley until about 2 a.m. because they would have like you get to buy one game and you just can keep bowling until 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, frick yeah, dude. So me and my buddies, we go bowling, and they went on their way. I wasn't drinking or anything like that. No. I don't go to the bowling alley to drink. um, I believe that these people who almost hit me, were probably drunk. Um, I drove from the bowling alley to the one intersection. There was no one around. The car starts to stall out, okay? I'm like, God damn it. Like, I freaking hate this car. And I put it in first. This car flew by going like 80 in like a 40. There was no one around. That would have killed me, dude. Your boy would have been dead in the video game, okay? Game over, all right? You see what I mean? So if you're running late for work and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Why can't I just get my shit together? You know, maybe ease up on that and say, there's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm late for work. It may not be because, oh, you were going to die on the way. It's just an example of, there's a God that's looking out for us. And there are reasons why things happen and things twist and turn, you know. Life is all about how you make it. It's all about how you make it, all right? Here's another good example. Quite a few weeks back, I forgot to undo one of those free trial subscriptions for a website. It was like a 7-day free trial, and then they charged me $40, and I'm like, I really can't deal with this right now. And it was one of those sites where like it's impossible to find how to unsubscribe, and like their number is just like a robot, Oh my gosh, it took a while. And I was so frustrated at first, and I'm like, that's not fair because I didn't get my money back. I didn't even use their program for anything really, and now they can't just reverse it? Like, that doesn't make sense. And that's usually the process that we go through, it's not fair. Like, it's in their terms, and we're kind of torn between like, it is our fault, and we place blame on ourselves. Don't place blame on yourself, because check this out. That happened for a reason. That happened for a reason, a good reason. There's good and bad in everything. There is a balance. It's here. It exists here. We can find the good within it. The good thing is, I'm here to tell you guys about it. The good news is that it's something I learned about. Make sure to put it in your calendar. Maybe write it down next time. But don't beat yourself up like, oh, I'm such an idiot. You know what I mean? Stupid. Yeah, forgive yourself, because like, if I didn't have that happen, this wouldn't be an example right now, okay? I do not believe in Jesus. I want to make that very, very clear, all right? I do believe in an ultimate God, not an overthrow of Satan, okay? We'll get into that one day of how I believe about these two knuckleheads, Jesus and Satan, all right? Yeah, we'll get into it. I can't get into it. I'm not going to shut up about it. But I do believe in an ultimate God. I just get defensive with Christianity because I was really bullied in my church. Bad. Because I was a scene kid, that did not wear girl pants. I actually wore Junkos, and it was dope. My style originally started because I loved Cell Dweller and I love Circle of Dust. Cell Dweller is dope. They have a Scandroid. He was in Argyle Park Clink. I don't know if there's any people who have ever listened to those Christian bands from like way back in the 90s. He had his hair like that and it just was dope. It was such an artistic thing. So I got red streaks in my hair and started doing that before the whole scene thing. But I just was already like locked and loaded, dude. You know what I mean? I got called gay, the F-A bleep 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 word from people from my Pentecostal church. Yeah. I was bashed hard. They all thought I was a homosexual. It was like, what if I was? What if I was bi or something? What if I was just exploring life? Like Christianity is so like there are these churches that control you so much. And let me tell you, I found out about stuff that this church was doing that was disgusting. And you know what? Those were the people who were judging me the most. The ones who had the sickest shit in their closets, dude. Uh-huh. I think we know what happens in the church that's really hush-hush. And that's what was happening. Okay? I don't believe in that stuff because I was shoved away from it and controlled. That happened for a reason. Great example. Because I wouldn't be here explaining to you guys that that kind of stuff needs to stop. Let people believe in what they want to believe in, you know? I believe in a God, an ultimate. He helps me every day. He gives me signs. He's led me here, okay? You should see my analytics on YouTube. It's ridiculous how far they've gone from a week. I mean, it is insane. It's unreal how many views I've gotten compared to how, like, I've been doing music for years. I've been promoting my stuff. You know, it's sporadic on and off, but I really opened up my heart. I just did it. I'm like, Jesus, lead the way. No. I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, dude. This is my life, not yours. Why are you possessing me? That's fucking invasive as shit. It's an invasive religion. All right? A bad religion from a broken nation. Name the band. Godsmack. That way too. You know what I mean? I don't believe it at all. Okay? But I do believe that there is an ultimate. Okay? And he helps me through this so I can be able to vent about it and share about it. I want you guys to really just embrace the fact that, like, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, then just don't. Because you're going to keep convicting yourself and guilting yourself over and over and over. We're creatures of habit. It gets worse and worse and worse, and your hearts become so callous that you're just desensitized. Now we have these Christians who drink and do drugs. We're like, oh, I go to church on Sunday. This is something else I've heard that's ridiculous, okay? Oh, you could just ask Jesus to forgive you, and that's all you need to do. But, I'm like, so if I were to be doing the same thing as you, but just said, no, Jesus, then I go to hell? Yep. All you got to do is believe in Jesus. Holy dictatorship. Minus tatership. Tatership. Anyway, that all happened for a reason. See, we go through trauma here. And it's to show people something, to be the example. I was the example. People like Marilyn Manson are the example of what the church has done to us, okay? We're just very atheistic towards that idea. You know, he believes in what he believes. That's fine. I deal with it in my own way. But like me and the guy, it's a good example. We're both very much bullied in the church. And it's not okay. It's not okay. What's the point of that? So yeah, I just really wanted to share and let you guys know, don't be scared of the stuff that you see here on TikTok when it comes to like demons and your speakers and Beelzebub and all this stuff, man. Just be like, y'all need to stop. You're having an illusion, okay? But yeah, I think that's really screwed up to mess with people's minds for clout. You know? Why don't we grow up a little bit? Just saying. that's all. I wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for watching. Holy goodness, I got a selfie stick. All right, I'm done. Bye.